Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Caleb going to throw right away. And he'll get this complete downfield to Komet. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing is Williams. Escaping the pressure right. They've got his man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. To throw, Williams. Open man. And now look at this. Big game, a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
That's swung out wide to Harris. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this Bears defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Going for it, here's McCarthy. Now he's free to midfield. He's got the first down and potentially a lot more. Touchdown, Vikings! Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To the air, Williams. He'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To the air once more. Williams. And it's caught. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They're going to go for it now. 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll go. Here's Williams. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And they can't bring him down. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Flushed out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. You look at his defense for the Vikings. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. To throw once more, here's Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it, a gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now McCarthy. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Looking to throw McCarthy. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw is Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working out of the gun, Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Well, that'll be incomplete. And I took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Harris running straight ahead. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on fourth. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Harris is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds. The 40 right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Here's McCarthy. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing is McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's second and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing is Williams. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The final shot before break. Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. McCarthy off the play fake. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. To throw, Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45. To the air, Williams. And his throw is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw, it's Williams. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Quickly to Addison here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Colin Johnson from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are on their way to a 2-0 start. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Najee Harris, touchdown, Vikings. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. To try here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now Jones. Jones now on the return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And the good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
198 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. From the 46, here's second and 9. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They hand this off to Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Tyreek Stevenson in on the stop.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run again with Harris. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll run with Harris. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
A give to Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the point after try for Santos. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?